Hello there, I'm Jim Glover, that branding guy for Once a Day Marketing, where business takes shape. And today it is Monday, so that means it is Smart Monday. And we're going to be talking about promotion, one of my favorite topics of all time. But before we do, just want to thank all of you that are tuning into my video blogs. I'm here in New Mexico. I've got fans now throughout the state of New Mexico and Santa Fe and Albuquerque. But it's also exciting because I'm getting fans from California, Minnesota, Georgia. So we're starting to blanket the whole entire United States. That's my goal, to share my messaging with small businesses across the country. So again, if you have friends, be sure to share with them, and thanks for tuning in. Today's topic is 7 P's of marketing: promotion. What is promotion? Well, it's telling your customers about your products and services, their benefits, and where they can find your product or services. So it's not very complicated, at least in theory. Of course, there's a million ways to go about promoting your product. But why are you promoting your product? Well, in this world today, customers, clients have a million choices as to what to buy. So what you need to do through your promotion is making sure at that time when they make a decision to buy a product or service, that they're thinking about your product or service and they buy your product and service. So if they've got the money in hand and they know your product, but they're not thinking about your product at the time of the purchase, you've missed out. So it's very important that you promote your product so that there is what's called mind share, or top of mind, that it's locked up here. Now, where do you promote? Today's world, think about advertising. It is absolutely everywhere. I keep thinking one day I'll wake up and I'll look up and there'll be a large logo on the surface of the moon looking down at me. Now that's the ultimate billboard. But there's so many places you can promote your product. We've talked about traditional marketing. We've talked about digital marketing, whether it be dasher boards on hockey games or a logo on a coffee cup. They're absolutely everywhere, that branding and marketing and promotion. So as a marketer, you have to think about how you're going to effectively promote your product to your target customers. That's your goal. What makes good promotion? Well, we're going to talk about that. But let's go back to our taco stand guy, the example we've used before. Let's just say he spends all his time developing the most incredible recipe for tacos on the face of the earth. Nobody has a better taco anywhere. But he's so involved in the development of his product, he forgets to tell people to buy his product. And you'd be surprised how often that happens. And hopefully by tuning into Once a Day Marketing, you are now beginning to share more about your product with your customers. So what makes good, effective promotion? Well, let's start out with something being compelling. It needs to be compelling. It needs to be something that when people hear, they go, oh, that's kind of cool, that's kind of interesting. Oftentimes marketing is so bland, so generic, it just doesn't capture any attention. And in this world where we have a lot of choices, you need to make sure people are hearing and seeing your messaging. Next thing, it has to be consistent. So often I've had customers or clients that have done this. They just pop out a little bit of marketing and they think they're done. But you need to be consistent with your messaging. It needs to be flowing out there, because again, when that customer decides they want to buy a product, you've got to make sure that your product is sticking in their mind so that they'll give you dollars for that. So it needs to be consistent. It also needs to be relevant, and it needs to resonate. By that, what I mean is, it's just not creating awareness, but it has to be a message to the right person. For instance, if I'm not excited about a car like a Mustang, Ford Mustang, all the advertising in the world is not going to capture my attention. So you need to make sure that you're targeting the right people at the right place with the right message, and then they'll hear it. And oftentimes they have to hear it again and again and again, and that's why that consistent, compelling messaging is so important in your promotional efforts. When it comes to developing your promotional plan, I want you to be creative, I want you to have fun, I want you to be smart about it. You've got finite resources and time, so it needs to be promotion that actually reaches your targeted customers. And then you need to keep track of it, because no matter how good your promotional plan is, your audience will eventually kind of get tired of it. So you need to create new ways to continue to push that messaging so that they have the recognition and recall top of mind for your product, and they purchase your product when they're actually out there spending their hard-earned dollars. That concludes our Smart Monday. Try to stop by tomorrow for Strategic Tuesday. I'm Jim Glover, that branding guy for Once a Day Marketing, where business takes shape, and we'll see you next time.